Learn how to make my exotic Indian spice beef with chickpeas. Up next on the Trailer Park Cooking Show.
She's bringing the trailer park lifestyle to the world. Come inside, don't be shy, cause Jolene can't wait to meet ya. She's the queen of the park. She's got gossip, news, and lots of food to feed ya. Jolene Sugarbaker. Jolene Sugarbaker is one budget-minded girl. Lots of cheap fashion is the passion at the park. The passion at the park. The passion at the park. Dropping in on neighbors is all part of Jolene's world. Jolene Sugarbaker, she's the trailer park queen.
Well, hi there, Trailer Park fans. It's Jolene Sugarbaker, the Trailer Park Queen, and you have entered the Trailer Park Test Kitchen, where I teach you how to live on a budget and do it the Trailer Park way. Well, welcome to another episode, and it sure is hot out there. This is a hot summer, and I've got the air conditioner cranked so down that there's icicles hanging right up on the ceiling. And I'm getting ready to go to a party, and people are always looking for great casseroles to take to a party. I get emails all the time on my website, jolenstrailerpark.com. And they want a casserole to take because, if you show up with another 7-layer dip, they're like, oh, there she is with another dip again. Well, today I'm going to show you a great exotic casserole. Yes, that's right. Today I'm feeling quite exotic. And today it's an Indian spiced beef and chickpea casserole. And we're going to be using chickpeas, and they're also called garbanzo beans, and actually some great spices like cumin and cinnamon and ground cloves. I know it sounds unusual. It's slightly spicy, but you'll surely be the talk of the next picnic or potluck with my Indian spiced beef casserole up next on the Trailer Park Cooking Show. I'll be right back. Welcome back. Making my Indian spiced beef with chickpeas is super simple for dinner one night, and it certainly is great to take to a picnic or potluck. I'm over here on my stovetop, and I've got a skillet. We're going to need that first. I've also got some rice going, and I use the boil and bag rice, and you can use any kind of instant rice or one that you cook a long time, or even a rice cooker, but you're going to need some rice to serve it over, and probably about 1.5 cups. I like rice, so I'm cooking a lot of rice because I'm going to just serve this beef mixture with the chickpeas right over that. But in this saucepan, I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of actually vegetable oil, and that just goes right on in there, just like that. And I've got probably a medium yellow onion that I've chopped up, and I didn't chop it up on camera because the last time I did that, I got mail for days about my knife skills. I'm sure you can chop up an onion. But what we're going to do is actually just kind of brown this. Actually not too brown. We're just going to soften it. And that's going to take about 5 minutes. So let me get that going, and I'll check back with you in just a moment. Okay, our onions have been softening up for about 5 minutes on the heat, and you're going to add 2 cloves of garlic, and I've just got it here in the jar. And you can check out my recipe for full madamas, which is actually a great little it's actually an Egyptian breakfast food, but I show you how to roast garlic in that one, and it actually would be good in here. But we're just going to cook this for about a minute more with the garlic in there, and I'll check back with you in just a moment. Okay, now we're going to put a pound of ground beef right on in there. We're going to brown this, which could take a number of times. So just keep your eye on it and just make sure that it's brown. So I'm going to get this going and check back with you in just a moment. Now our ground beef has had a chance to brown, and we need to take out some of this fat. I like to use some clean paper towels. None of those with the kitten pictures on it on there, because I don't know what that would do in there, but I just like to just blot it out just like that. And it just comes right on out of there. You could use one of those little turkey baster things, but I just like to take some of the grease out of it. And let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay, now that we've browned the ground beef and took out some of the fat with the onions and the garlic cloves that are in there, we're going to start adding some more spices because it's got to simmer a little bit. And they're kind of exotic, so don't be too scared. And maybe if I have all the spices together, we could do that. Okay, now that we've browned the ground beef with the onions and the garlic and took out some of the fat, we've got to add some of the exotic spices to our mixture because it's going to simmer a little bit. What I've got here is some Turkish cumin, which has, wow, it smells so good. You'll notice the scent is like taco seasoning almost because that's one of the major ingredients on that. You need 3/4 teaspoon of that, so go ahead and add that right on in there, just like that. It's actually, you don't have to be too careful with the spices on this one because you can really change it to your taste. You can make it a little bit spicy. Just follow the directions as I tell you and you can make just a great actually mixture, but you can change it to your taste later on. Now this is scary, but I've got cinnamon, and you know overseas they use cinnamon all the time with their beef, and I've got 1/4 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. That goes right on into the beef mixture just like that, right on in there. And now we need 1/8 teaspoon of ground cloves. Isn't that unusual? That's going to add a great kind of vibrance to your meat mixture, so we're going to sprinkle that on our meat just like that. And now we're going to use some cayenne pepper, a 1/8 teaspoon of that. So let's go ahead and put that in there. Like I said, you can spice this up to your liking. We're just going to put that right on in there, maybe just a little bit more because I like a little kick in my mixture, just like that. And about 3/4 teaspoon of salt to your taste. If that's your problem, don't add too much. So let's just add a little bit there. Now we're going to add a can, which is just about, well, 16 ounces of the chickpeas right on into the mixture, just like that. And now I've got a cup of actual sour cream. And we're going to mix that all together. And we're going to turn it down on a simmer. And this is going to simmer for about, I don't know, about 20 minutes. You don't want it to burn whatever you do because that'll make it taste nasty. And we're going to get our lid here in just a moment, but I need to mix this all around to make sure that it's a great mixture that's ready to, let's turn it down just a little bit. And this is just going to just cook on down and be very tasty over rice in just a little bit. And I already smell all those spices. And you know, what exotic dishes have you all tried lately? Leave a comment down at the bottom because, you know, this may not exactly be Indian, and I'm sorry all you people out there that, you know, this is your heritage, but, you know, I do like to look to other cultures because I really do believe that food will heal the world. And, you know, if we look to each other for ideas, you know, this is a budget. You know, the can of beans only cost about 99 cents, and sour cream was on sale, and I always freeze the ground beef to actually have a, you know, supply on hand. But what we're going to do is simmer this for about 20 minutes with the lid on. Keep an eye on it. You can always add just a tad bit of water if things go wrong. But let me check back with you in just a moment. Okay, our mixture has been simmering for about 20 minutes with the lid on. And wow, it smells so good and exotic here in my trailer today. And I've got our rice that we fixed. Again, you could use any kind of rice, maybe even some noodles, because this kind of looks like stroganoff. Look at that. This just looks like the best beef mixture ever. Just pile it on top of rice just like that. Look at that. That looks really fancy. Won't your family be so surprised that you made this exotic dish? I'll be back in just a few moments because I just am going to let this cool off just for a little bit, and then I'm going to taste it. I'll be right back. And there you have it, my Indian spiced beef with chickpeas over rice. And this certainly is great to fix for a quick dinner, and it certainly uses ingredients that are probably in your cabinet and are also cheap. That chickpeas were only like 99 cents, and the ground beef already in my freezer, and all those spices, we were making spice cakes with that, and now it's in beef. Can you imagine that? I like to look to our neighbors in other countries for different flavors, and this certainly is that. It may not necessarily be Indian, but it does have some of the taste, and I served it over white rice. You could probably serve it over noodles or something like that. It kind of looks like stroganoff, but it sure does smell good. I wish you were here to try some, but I can't wait to try it. Look at that. It looks creamy with that sour cream base, and I see the spices and the chickpeas. Let me get a little bit of everything here. It's slightly spicy, but it's got that kick of the cinnamon clove mixture and that, and the cumin. And wow, that sure is tasty and totally different, and it didn't come out of a box either, and it was so easy to make. It was like that instant stuff that you could make, but this is so good. I can't wait to eat the rest of this for dinner. I hope you get a chance to make my Indian spiced beef with chickpeas, and if you do, send me pictures at jolenesugarbaker@gmail.com. Don't forget to follow the Trailer Park on Twitter. I'm Jolene's Trailer there. All sorts of things happening, and you can find out every day by following that. And of course, add me on Google+. I'm there too. There'll be some more cooking shows, and if you hit that subscribe button, go ahead and subscribe. You won't miss the latest from the Trailer Park. I can't wait to finish this casserole, and it's just so great, so unusual, so exotic from the Trailer Park Test Kitchen. Make every day a Trailer Park day with me, Jolene Sugarbaker. I'll see y'all back real soon. Bye-bye.
Slap on all your blue eyeshadow. Watch out for that big tornado. Get all filled with pride in the double wide. Jolene Sugarbaker, she's the trailer park queen. In the double wide. Jolene Sugarbaker, she's the trailer park queen. In the double wide. Jolene Sugarbaker, she's the trailer park queen.
Visit my store at trailerparkstore.com.